think parents and friends need to focus too. Especially parents, they need to guide their child.
Mr. Winston, one more thing. I think we need to work with our men in society to be stronger because according to statistics, it's shown that more men commit suicide than women. Why is that? Why is our men in society being so weak? We are letting the women overcome us right now.
You make
So-
two girls for the same thing, you know.
So probably our men, we need to stand up. We need to stand up and take our responsibility and be strong again. Don't let the women think that they're overcoming us and they are the one who's gonna rule us. No, it's not that way.
Well,
Be strong.
here what happens with men. Women are more sociable in terms of women can embrace each other.
Yes,
They could
that's true.
cry and share their problems and seek advice. Men
Tend to hide it.
have this ego about themselves that if they go to somebody and share a problem, that person would look at them as being weak, as being soft. So we want to portray a certain image, and while we suffer internally by bottling up everything, and then at a certain point we just can't handle that pressure anymore, and we respond in that way. So it's not that men are weaker, it's just that men are reluctant to express themselves or to share problems with somebody.
Yeah.
Men would socialize and talk about sports or drink and different things, but women would sit down among themselves and share personal things with each other and cry and hug, and men don't do that.
Yes, but eventually turning to suicide, that show that they have some weakness, right? Eventually, so we have to work with the men out there in order to stop this nonsense. Suicide is not the way.
Well, you see, some man is brave, you know,
Yeah, some of them.
and some is very weak. Because if I have a problem, and this is my personal friend, I will think 100 times to tell you my problem, because when when you go into the shops or anything, and there's a little bar between both of us, you know, well, you're ready to tantalize me, right? This would happen. And so you're taking on it. So you will know. I'm not saying you, I just show an example. So you're going to tell Tom, Dick, and so you should. So what happened? Just you enter in a shop or a sports place, you know, this man will start laughing.
Yeah.
You know, next, you know, no hesitate. You know, make up your mind, plan in this mind here. If this one more day, either I go to the bathroom or I go into the room. Okay.
That's true.
Not no positive anyway in the life.
Did you know that a child could be depressed at the age of 5? So depression, and you look at the suicide rate in Guyana, it's about from 15 to 24 years, you know, within that range,
Yeah, within that range.
that they're committing suicide. Now, suicide is something that is preventable. It is not the forte of nobody. Life is a precious gift that God has given us. When you cut on the lights at night, you see how the roaches are running? They're running for their life because life is precious to them.
Exactly.
How easy it is to catch a fly. Could you catch a fly would you can't get, because they value life. And we are the glory of God. We are made in such a magnificent way and are above the creatures in terms of function, in terms of
The
intelligence,
highest class.
the highest form of God's creation. And we now would succumb to a problem. You know, I want to speak to anybody this evening who may be contemplating suicide, or you feel depressed and you feel that there is no way out of it. Well, you know, when you're down, you don't have to stay down. You can conquer adversity. I want you to understand that there's just a barrier. It's one thought away, you know. Suicide is not something that somebody just wakes up and commits. Suicide is something you thought about for a while. And you begin to visualize yourself committing suicide. You think about the means, the way you're going to do it, how you're going to do it, where you're going to do it, the opportunities that you will get. So with the same turn, you could visualize yourself being a great person in this life. There is something in psychology that track and field athletes do, and it's called autogenic conditioning. And what that is that they allow an athlete to sit down quietly and visualize him or herself running a race and winning the race. So when they go now to run and the person wins, like let's say Usain Bolt, and he breaks the world record, the entire viewers, everybody watching, would just be so astonished and applauding him. But he would just be normal because he did it in his mind. So all he did was go through the emotion there. So whatever you want to accomplish, your mind is so powerful that if you could conceive it and believe it, you can achieve it. Is that you must visualize whatever you want to accomplish in life. If you can't see it, even though it's right in front of you, it doesn't exist in your reality. You have to see yourself being a great person. You have to see yourself, if you want a car, driving a car, wearing a suit, having a house, whatever you want to accomplish in life, you have to see yourself in motion, achieving it. So you can break that barrier. You're only a thought away from being a great person because potentially you are great. The sperm cell that brought you into existence was the most intelligent, the most powerful one. So much was put into bringing you into existence. Why do you think so little of yourself? Stop it. You can make a difference. You can live a better life, a more rewarding and achieving life. Suicide is not the way.
In fact, believe in yourself. That's the main thing.
Not the answer too.
Yeah, the answer as well.
Not the answer.
And have enough faith in yourself.
Yeah.
And she talked about faith earlier. You know that faith, according to the Bible's definition, is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So faith is believing that whatever you are going after is already there. Let me give you an example of faith. Mama puts a newborn baby on the breast. The baby doesn't see the milk.
No.
It doesn't see the milk. So faith is, you don't have to see what you're going after. But faith, with works now, the baby has to pull. And faith is rewarded with substance. We, nowadays, as big people, we want to see it first. But the baby doesn't see the milk. The baby just see the breast. And the baby know I have to pull there. I have to do something. So let's have that faith again, like a little child. And accomplish like that. You know, Mr. Chase?
The faith is very important to everyone. Every one of us. Every human beings. You know. And if we take things very serious, we'll move very far in our life. Life is so precious. You know. As a human being, there's such a thing that an animal can be done. But as a human being, we can do more to elevate ourselves.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? But we want sometimes, some of us want to act like animal. And animal act like people. You know? Only the word is different. Eh? And the knowledge was different. But where I lived, you know, a man got a donkey. So he tell the donkey home. The donkey understand stop. So he say you gotta carry me home, and you throw yourself from the cart, and the donkey carry him straight to home. So we have the things like what happened there. We cannot be like some of the animals that we sometimes we mind, and if it, you know, we have to think positive. We are human beings, and you know, human being is very important and aspect in our life. And Winston, this is most important. Advice. We don't buy advice. We can give advice. You know, and advice can make we a different person in our life or in society.
That's
you know,
true.
in society. And but when we looked around in this technology life, you know, many people don't want to take advice. Many people. It's not. You know, if you tell us this you're going the wrong track, maybe you be a bad man and bad woman.
No, first they judge
That's it?
you. They said they look at your life, so you can't give them advice.
You know.
They tend to judge you.
I think in order to prevent this kind of situation to our school, our religious organization, and even the like let's say our village leaders, they all should play a part in educating and advising young people especially, and give them advice on how to go about and live their life. It's up to them if they want to go in that direction or not, right? But I think counseling is very, very important, and we should at least do some counseling in school or at the hospital, right? That is very important, and that's going to help people to think better of themselves and to think in a different direction that will not lead to suicide. That is what I think.
Another thing I would like to share before we take some calls, to anybody here who is depressed and stressed out and maybe thinking about harming yourself. A man had 4 sons. And no, a man there was a tree there, and he had 4 sons. And he sent one son to look at the tree. And when he went to look at the tree, it was in the summer. The tree had all the leaves, green leaves, fruits, flourishing. Then during the fall, he sent another son. And when he went there, he saw that the leaves were changing colors and they were about to fall. There were no fruits left. Then he sent another son. He sent him during the winter. When he went there, he saw the tree. It had no leaves, no fruits, just the trunk, just the structure of the tree. And then he sent another son during the springtime. And during the spring, the tree started to come alive again, showing potential of flowers and leaves and fruits. So the sons didn't have any discussion about the tree. He just left them like that. So one day he called one. He said, "What do you think about the tree?" He said, "That tree is waste of time. The tree, when I went there, it was dead. It had no fruits, no leaves." He sent another one. He said, "When I went, the tree was in a fallen state. Everything fell." He sent the other son. He asked him what happened. He said, "Well, when I saw the tree, it was full of fruits, full of life." The other son had a different view. He said, "Well, it was now coming to life." So each one of them looked at the same tree in 4 different seasons and had 4 different views. So it shows that the inclination of us to judge, when our judgments are oftentimes wrong. We might go through life facing 4 seasons. You might be at one point in your life where it's the summer and you're full of prosperity and everything is going well for you. And then suddenly a fall comes into your life and things start to look difficult for you. Or another time where everything is gone and you're standing there waiting for spring to start again. So we go through this, and a person might see you in one of those seasons and judge you and say, "That's who you are." But God gives us this cycle, just like life and death, difficulty and ease, night and day. So just hang in there. If it's a winter season for you, know that change is coming and springtime is near, and you will flourish and blossom and thrive again. You know, I just want to share that with you this evening.
Another thing, the mind. The mind is one of our biggest enemy too.
That's true.
It's like Satan.
We're going to take some calls here.
We're going to take some calls. Viewer out there. Answer.
Hello.
Hi, good evening.
Hi, good evening. How are you?
I'm great. I'm enjoying your program right now.
Thank you.
About suicide, it's a major factor in our country and around the world today. And I think all of you have touched on the most important part of our life, of human beings' life.
Thank you.
Yes,
Is if youth could, everybody, male and female, young and old, suicide don't tell on nobody. It don't tell on no age or anything, but you guys are focusing on youth. And youth is for the next future, but so many youths out there have been committed suicide, but it all come back to the parents' home. The parents play a great factor in a children's life. Some parents today, they might feel ashamed. They don't have the courage to talk to the children, but they should, because as children's life, the upbringing is from home. Friends or no one cannot do that. A parent is what they have to teach the children. Doesn't matter if they're big or they're old, you still play a great part in their life. And church, temple, and masjid is a great part of a children's life. Some parents absenting their children from temple, from masjid, and from church. That is not something nice, because the Gita, the Ramayana, and the Bible, also the Quran, teaches about a children's upbringing in life and about the parents. And church is somewhere that the parents should always depend the children to go to church, go to masjid, go to temple. That's where parents need to focus on the children.
Okay,
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for your
Also,
advice.
I think that that suicide something is that tells on everyone's life, but once that the parents focus on the children, everything is possible in life.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's
Thank you very much.
Thank
And
you.
Carla, where you call from?
I'm calling from Wim Village.
Okay, thank you so
Thank
much.
you
Welcome.
very much.
Melissa, tell them to make their comments. We want to hear from other callers.
Another call.
Hello, you're on the program.
Please
Please
turn
turn.
on your television, please.
Hello.
Hello.
Hang on. Another call.
Hello, you're on the program.
Hi, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Just want to say that you guys are doing a very good job,
Thank you very much.
especially Mr. Lachman.
Thank you.
Good night. And I hope to see many more of these programs.
Thank you very much. It's my song No Win, Navini.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Caller, you're on the air. Hello.
Hang on, when you say nothing.
You know, Winston is indeed that manners, respect come from the parents at home. Everything starts at home, not in school, but home. And Christine has said it.
Parents plays an important role.
Yeah, they are the gurus. They are everything.
Our teacher, everything.
Everything's at home.
You know, parents having quarrel at home and fighting at home and using profanity at home when communicating, that can affect a child.
Yes, that's gonna happen.
And that can make a child depressed and affect that child academically.
Hello, good night.
Hello,
Good night to you, Auntie.
good evening.
Good evening.
I'm enjoying the program, and I would just like to add a little on what you guys have said. I realize that suicide has been one of the worst things that has ever been happening to people in Guyana especially. You know,
Yes.
when you look around, you see that our country is the highest rate in suicide.
Yeah, that's true.
And I've realized that, you know, parents need to play an important role in the lives of their children, and not only their biological children, but every other child that may be in the society, in the community, and wherever they may go. And I just want to say this. The Bible said we need to train up a child in the way he or she should go. And when they get old, they will not depart from that. And I believe that parents need to do what is required of them from God. So these children will know that, look, this is what is expected of me. Society expects this of me. And if I should kill myself, what kind of person or what kind of influence would I be on other children or people in the community? So, you know, religious education also is important, and I think these should all be in the different schools, right? And organizations also need to play important.
Okay,
All right,
thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Callers, please make it brief.
I think what the college is trying to say, that is why we are encouraging our village leaders and older folks to give advice to the young generation.
Hello, good night to you.
It's
Yes.
indeed important that
It's
every
very, very
leader for
important.
a village.
Hello, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
This caller is ringing.
Something. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very important.
Hello, you're on the air.
You have to check your phone.
No.
Hello, good night.
Yes, Winston.
You know that they have an African proverb that says, it takes a community to raise a child.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
Okay.
Good night. Hello?
I think we're having some technical difficulties here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello?
Caller, you're on the air.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello?
Please turn on the television.
Hello.
Hello?
Hi, good night.
Good night.
I'm enjoying our program.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you very much.
Obviously, how y'all talk is very knowledgeable and experienced. I'm experienced here.
Thank you, Uncle.
What I want to tell you, all right? It is not that this advice is not good or it's bad. That's what I'm saying. This suicide thing going on is everybody mind belief in that. I feel people mind. I do believe people mind should know what I'm doing.
Exactly.
Yes, you will tell them, you will help them, you will assist them, you will advise them. But I feel their mind. Prayer does a lot of things for people's mind. But nobody don't care for prayer. Everybody wants to try this life, and they don't care what they do. If they can tell their parents or if they tell their loved ones, just for their own needs. Okay?
Thank you,
Thank you
caller.
very much for your comment.
The mind is very important because sometimes you take the advice and you don't take it into consideration. You know, you just pass it out.
Take the phone.
Good night, caller.
You're having some problems.
I think we're having some problem.
Take the call.
Good night. Caller, you're on the air.
Another call.
No.
Good night.
Good night.
Can you speak up a little bit?
Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
Guys,
Good night.
enjoy our program.
Thank you very much.
You're feeling very shy.
Thank you very much.
Well, Mr. Winston, we hope with this kind of program, we hope that we make an impact around us.
Good night. Caller, you're on the air.
You know, and
I think the callers
I'm
are
delighted.
feeling
I'm
excited.
delighted to have these young people here with us.
Good night, caller.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm delighted to have these young people with us because these are our future leaders, future doctors, future teachers. And when we lose a young man or a young woman to suicide, we lose irreplaceable human resource, you know,
Yeah, that's true.
because we lose a potential lawyer, potential doctor.
Good night, caller. Hello.
Okay, we around the wrap it up. We have probably 9 minutes more.
All right. Well, we'll give our closing
Yes,
remarks.
remarks. So
And
I want to hear this young lady.
What do you have to say? Something.
Yeah. So you are too long to listen here. So we want to hear about what's your view this afternoon, tonight. We want to
Suicide.
hear your view about suicide. How you will go back in your village and tell your friends them or elderless people, you know, what you can do for them or what you learn on this channel here tonight.
Suicide is not the answer.
Yeah. So that is an answer.
I think he's very
Here,
shy.
I hear she just suicide is not the
Not the
answer.
answer.
It's not the answer. So stop suicide, right? Good.
All right.
Suicide.
Your closing remarks, Christina.
I hope young people, and as a caller said, also ageable people, hope you take our advice into consideration and hope you don't pass it from this year through that one. Please take our advice. Suicide is not the answer. Suicide is not the way to God. like we have different birth, after birth, you will still face the same problem. You are only adding up karma to your own self. So please take our advice. Your mind, take control of your mind. Don't let your mind control you. You are the controller of your own mind. So I hope you take my advice and put it into good consideration. Thank you.
We'll take one more call.
Yeah, let's.
Wait, no.
Good night, caller.
No, you know,
Okay.
it's not like come right now. You get home.
Good night, caller.
Oh, good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
I want to send hi to you.
Please speak up, please.
Hello? Shaq.
Yes, Laji.
Yeah, go ahead.
Good night, caller.
Hello, good night.
Good night.
I would like to say a special good night to you all dear.
Thank you very much.
Speak up a little bit.
I'm calling from Lancaster Village.
Yes, Chandani.
Yes.
I'm enjoying your program.
Thank you.
I was listening to the news also, and I see an elderly woman who commits suicide. And I think it's time they should stop suicide.
Yes.
Yes.
It's always the time.
What we are doing here, we are trying but our utmost best. We cannot stop
Have to
suicide.
keep on trying. It's really,
We cannot stop it, but we can prevent it.
Yeah,
Well,
ones
you
have to control
Yeah.
their own self.
Yeah.
But the mind is power, you know.
exactly.
So I want you to tell the people in the village, right? So we'll come back on the same channel next week.
Okay.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
All right, my closing remarks as our the head of our program is let's make a difference. Hopefully, with these information that we give out here, the knowledge that we share with you this afternoon or this evening, hope that it make a difference. Hope that it convince you to help other people or other young teenager who you might be think is relevant might be depressed in a state of depression. You are the one who might be able to help them. So please, let's all work together and make a difference in whatever little way we can do it.
Okay,
I'm calling out on all the doctors and all the teachers and all the elderly person to help come with us and let's help fight.